What's up? It's Chuck English. You were watching The Culture.
What's up? It's Austin Davis. You're watching The Culture. I'm here with Chuck English. What's good with you?
I'm here, man. Los Angeles, California.
Right. And you just released Drop Tops. You know, how long was the process for all that? You know, all the artists that's featured on the song and whatnot?
It's something I started after South by Southwest. And
you was driving a certain car, right? What car was you driving?
That was a story. It was told loosely, but I was just, my homie had some real ill cars. And while riding down there in traffic during South by Southwest, we listened to like 17 songs in like a half a mile period because traffic was moving so slow. And it just jumped in my head like I gotta do something because I wanted to put mine on right then, and I ain't have nothing to put on right then.
Right.
So I made something to like make up for that void missing. Cause we was listening to a lot of old school, but it wasn't no rap music that fit the vibe when we was riding in the traffic like that. So sometimes you get inspiration from small moments.
Yeah, I think that your production, you know, is great, and people need to recognize it more, which I feel like they are. Especially, I know not too long ago I was listening to Zeke's Beat Beat record. I was like, yo, this beat is tight. You know, like people, I feel as if it's great that, you know, you're leaning towards the production side more, you know, as far as working with artists, you know, because you're a great producer. All right, so you got any, you know, tours or select dates coming up for, you know, to promote your new EP or mixtape, whatever you want to call it?
It's just a free album. I'm always all over the place. I'm going to the UK in the beginning of July to meet with, not to meet, but like catch up with DJs and people that I haven't seen in a while. And I'm gonna do a lot of shows, like maybe like 12, 13 shows over there. And I'll come back here. I'll be dropping like another project with the Blended Babies called F. Zeppelin, which is just like me over their production. And then there'll be like an extended version of Drop Tops, like a different
Extra
version.
joints, right?
Yeah. And then Convertibles, the album will be out late August. So all of this is happening very soon. So.
Right, and I know a couple years ago, Pharrell, he's one of my idols. I know you did a lot of records with him, as you know, with the Cool Kids collectively. Any songs from that previous time that were unreleased, you know, going to come out anytime soon, or you just? I
would love for them. We did this slight EPMD, So What You Saying cover, where it was kind of cold. We never knocked it out, but it was something that I wanted to finish. So. Shit, next time I run into Pharrell, that's probably be the one thing I say.
Yeah, Pharrell, he has so much music in his stash, like a lot.
That dude has so much shit. It's kind of like, it kind of hurts to listen to how much stuff he has. It's just like, you might not hear.
Yeah, so. True. Do you plan on doing any more features with him, or?
I would love to, you know what I'm saying?
Now, the purpose of The Culture, you know, the name itself, it was to really ask artists what they feel as if music equaling culture means to them, how much it means to them. So what does culture mean to you, you know, as an artist, as a producer, or any other endeavor you're doing? What does culture mean to you?
I don't know. I think it just is pretty much the lifestyle of, you want to say, like the members of music pretty much like boxes what culture you're in. Like that's number one. No real culture is really formed without the soundtrack to it. So no matter which neighborhood you live in, there's always sounds that come from it, whether it be like in a Mexican neighborhood, there's a sound that comes with that. Whether you're in a black neighborhood, whether you're on the beach, there's sounds that come with that. So they go hand in hand. Culture is a very blurred term nowadays because the internet exists, so it's like it's a constant like watchdog over everything. So nothing really happens anymore.
Right.
So.
But in a way, that kind of helped y'all out a lot too, you know, as far as internet.
Yeah, but nobody knew what was happening then.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you still weren't as updated and connected as now. Like the world was more tuned in. Like your Twitter timeline is now filled in with your world friends like it was.
Sure, nothing is.
You didn't really get to discover someone's like real personality. Now it's like a little bit more designed to be whatever they want it to be. Back then, you kind of could tell what someone was like by their MySpace page.
Do you use Twitter a lot, or?
I use Twitter to tweet. I mean, like, I don't really care about it. Sometimes I tweet, sometimes I don't tweet. Like, I use it as a promotional tool. It's fun to let people that follow you know what they're thinking, and like let them be updated real time. But other than that, it's not like
you just don't want like niggas to be hitting you up all the time.
I mean, hitting me up on Twitter is not the route.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not. I'm not gonna listen to it.
True.
No hurt feelings. It's just like.
What if a nigga trying to network though?
I don't care.
Yeah.
Network about what?
I already know you probably got a bunch of people that sing beats like, check out this beat.
It's just not the route. That's not how I listen to music. There's no way that me clicking on it from Twitter is gonna help you out. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody I've worked with, I've ran into.
Right.
So.
Well, that's organic. That's the best way to do it.
That's how I go. I don't really half step, and I never sent anybody my stuff like that. I never sent anybody anything of mine. Like, mine was just completely earned. So when you want to send it to another artist so he can try to help you, it's not really the route, man.
Cutting corners.
Yeah, because you're not building a fan base, and you ain't going to make no money, and your career is really nothing without people that actually listen to you. You just want to hand me your career so you can get to where you got to be and not really give a shit. I'm not that dude. So I'm not even going to hold you up. You'd be better off just seeing me and just rolling up on me with the car, roll windows down, tell me to listen to it, pass me the blunt. If you really want me to check it out. But sending me your link on Twitter, it's just not cool, first of all. Second of all, it's kind of annoying. Third of all, I would never ever do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put it out there for like, listen to this, not
so
like.
How did y'all merge then, as far as, you know, when y'all was first starting out, like back like 07, 08?
What do you mean merge?
Like, as far as like how did the public, you know, all
we had hot shit.
Right, and it just got noticed.
It was hot. We wasn't rapping over nobody else's beats to get on, first of all. Second of all, we made sure our shit sounded doper than everybody. Like, anything we could imagine at that time, we were like, okay, this is it.
About that, a lot of people never give y'all credit, but y'all basically paved the way for a lot of artists now, like 5 years later, as far as fashion. You and Lil B, I think. Cool Kids and Lil B, which.
Cool Kids and Lil B, I could say, yeah. Lil B was there first, though. You low key, like, the pack they was actually kicking before I even met Mikey. Or like around the time that I did. So, yeah, there's tons of shit. But the kids know, like, I'm not tripping off that. Like, we did, there's a lot of things that we've done that man necessarily got, like, recognition from the jump. But then it wouldn't have been that cool. Because when we was doing it, people didn't think that shit was fresh. Wasn't nobody being like, look at y'all niggas dressing like this. Niggas gonna dress just like this in 6 years. No, like people was like, who are you niggas, and why do you look like this? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So in a way, I feel like
we ushered it in with like we had to usher it in, or that shit wouldn't be fresh now. So it's like, I hope you guys are happy type shit.
Do you feel like some artists, you know, since you paving the way for a lot of artists, do you feel like a lot of them copy you in a way now, as far as?
I mean, there was a point in time where like, I made beats and they probably all sounded like Neptune shit, or like sounded like fucking Timberland shit, or like when people were sampling, it sounded like sample beats. Like, you always go through your form of, like, you want to see if you can make your favorite style before you kind of envision your own a little bit. It's kind of like the way of it. And a lot of people shit is still the way, like, they think the person they idolize sound was. So I never look at it as copy, like, to be like me offended by it. There's a lot of shit where I'm like, damn, I know that kid did that, thinking that's something I would do, and that shit's kind of fresh. Like, you won't be me, but it's kind of fresh.
Right. One of the last questions, are there any more, you know, Cool Kids, mixtapes, EPs, albums coming out in the future, or y'all just individually, you know, I want my solo
this
stuff?
Is like, people just want shit so fast, man. I tell kids to cool the fuck down, man. Let's do our shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, give us a couple of years to chill. Like people just on the internet just want shit like this. Like we put out our last album in 2011. A lot of other motherfuckers ain't put out an album since 2009. Right. So let us do our shit. That's pretty much it is. It's like Mikey he got a joint coming out tomorrow. He got another joint coming out like in a month and a half. It's like we're chilling. We're doing what we want to do. Right. And there will be cool kid shit till we die. But it's like, don't rush that shit.
Right. So I mean,
the motherfuckers didn't want it when we was doing it. You know what I'm saying? It was like they didn't care that the cool kids had an album out. Now that we just doing our own shit, now it's like the end of the world.
True.
So
not necessarily a bad thing, because I mean your production is.
It's like listen to the other one too. Like don't just completely be over that. People just eat music up like fast food now, and I'm not making that. I get some shit on there that'll last you a minute if you want to just listen to it. Like we got a song with Ghostface. Don't nobody tweet about that shit. We got songs. We got 2 songs with the Neptunes. We got songs with Mary Hawthorne. We got songs with Bun B. Don't nobody talk about that shit. We ain't do no videos for that because we was just like, they don't even know. We tired of doing that shit. Like it's like we can kick the door in so much before we just like, all right, bro, we just gonna chill.
So basically, in a way, you feel like people sleeping a little bit.
They def slept. Like def slept. Like not without a doubt. And me and him, we too cool, like a friends to just sit there and spin our wheels. We seen how many groups or niggas that was cool as fuck and they end up doing shit like niggas Mobb Deep. It was no telling what the fuck they say to each other on the regular if they say that shit on Twitter.
Right.
Fucking Naughty by Nature, they just said Vinny, fuck him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like niggas can't get along, and to me and him, it's like, fuck that, dog. I'm not about to fight with you over this shit. So I would rather we gonna just make this shit hot on our own. And when the shit we got bread and we sitting somewhere and with shit is cool and there's boats everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Then we'll make a Cool Kids album. Right. But it's like we're not gonna let the world dictate our art. We do what the fuck we want to do. And that's why we got on the way we got on. So we got on. We ain't had no album. We got on with no album. That was niggas' biggest gripe. These niggas is on with no album. Now we got an album. Man, why don't y'all make that first album that y'all made the first time over and over again? It's like no matter what the fuck you do, people ain't gonna be happy. So I'm not in the business to make niggas happy. Like that's not my job. I do cool shit for cool niggas. Like, and they don't really fucking be that moody. You know what I'm saying? Like, my homies is like, oh, the last shit you did was hot. That's what's up. Now when the fuck you making some new shit?
What the fuck?
That's really what people be on. Like fans walk up to you and that's the first thing they say. They don't tell you like what their favorite song is off the last shit no more. It's like, when's the new shit coming out? And that's cool. Like I like that pressure, but I'm gonna make dope shit so I don't never have no whack shit.
Alright. So one last question. What other artists do you plan on, I guess, producing for as well?
Everybody, honestly, but for the summer, I whipped up some songs. Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna tell yet. Sorry, that's just too much information, man.
All right, we'll see.
But the goal is to see, like Chuck English Productions behind like some of your favorite artists, like changing the game of the sound of radio, changing the sound of what you dance to.
All right. How long does it usually take you to make a beat?
Depends.
All right. So, what else you want to tell the viewers?
Listen to Chuck English.
Got something about and drop top something. Download that.
Download that. Or if you haven't downloaded that, you're late.
You're like.
But download that. Because it's free.
There you have it. Thanks for watching Culture. I'm Austin Davis.
I'm Chuck English.
We out.
Talking who's got it, low key, who's hotter. Honest, I'm really out here, partner. You can ask your grandmother.